Do you need a visa to travel to and enter Spain as a tourist? It is very likely that your country of origin does not require a visa for this purpose, meaning you won't need to apply for one. However, although this does make the process much easier, it does not eliminate the need to comply with a series of essential requirements. Let's get started. Hello everyone, my name is Paula and I am a lawyer at Balseis Group. Today we're bringing you a very important video, both for those who are planning to travel to Spain as tourists and for those who want to apply for residency directly from Spanish territory. But before we begin, remember to subscribe if you haven't already so you can stay up to date on immigration and nationality matters in Spain. And once we're subscribed, let's start with the video. When is a visa not required to enter Spain? Before going through the list of specific requirements, we need to clarify when exactly the rules apply. As you may already know, tourist visas allow stays in Spain and throughout the European Union for a maximum of 90 days, 3 months. Depending on your country of origin, in order to stay in Spain for these 3 months, you may or may not need to apply for a short stay Schengen visa. If your country appears on the list shown on screen, there is an agreement with Spain, meaning you do not need to apply for a short stay visa. However, even if your country does not require a visa to enter and appears on that list, this does not mean you are exempt from meeting certain entry requirements. So let's take a look at what those requirements are. Requirements to enter Spain without a visa. 1. Have a valid passport. First of all, you'll need your identification document. This means carrying your biometric passport with you. You must ensure that it is original, valid, and currently in force. This point is very important as it is quite common to only think about your passport 1 or 2 weeks before traveling, only to realize that it has expired and needs renewal, with almost no time left before the trip. Your passport must be valid for at least 3 months beyond the date you plan to leave Spain. For example, if you leave Spain on January 1st, because that's when your return flight is, your passport must be valid at least until April 1st. 2. Take out travel health insurance. As with most countries you travel to, in Spain, you also need health insurance with coverage in the country. What's important here is understanding the requirements that this health insurance must meet. Generally speaking, it must cover any potential incident you may experience in Spain, guaranteeing medical care and hospitalization if needed. 3. Have round-trip tickets purchased. As mentioned, your stay as a tourist can last a maximum of 90 days. To ensure that you do not exceed this limit, the authorities require that you have both your inbound and outbound ticket already purchased before entering the country. Your departure date must be clearly defined before traveling, and this is proven through the return ticket. That return ticket must always fall within the permitted 90-day period, never after. 4. Confirmed accommodation. While a return ticket is one way to prove that you won't overstay your time in Spain as a tourist, accommodation is just as important. You must prove that you have confirmed accommodation for every single night of your stay in Spain. It depends on where you'll be staying. If you're staying in a hotel, apartment, Airbnb, or similar, you must provide a reservation confirmation showing payment. If you're staying in multiple places, you must present reservations for each one, and they must be under your name. If you're staying at the home of a family member or friend, that person must send you what is known as a letter of invitation before you travel. This document legally confirms that they are hosting you for each night of your stay. We'll link here the video explaining all the details and how to obtain this document. Another essential requirement to enter Spain without a visa is having enough money to support yourself during your entire stay. Generally around 100 euros per day per person. That is, if you're staying for 10 days, you'll need at least 1,000 euros. However, for shorter stays, there is a minimum amount. If multiplying the number of days by 100 euros results in less than 1,000 euros, you must still bring a minimum of 1,000 euros. You can show either cash or funds available on a credit or debit card. 6. Police questioning at the border. Once you land, you'll need to go through border police control. At this point, you might be asked a series of questions, although this does not happen in all cases. This is a completely normal and straightforward interview through which authorities seek to understand the real purpose of your trip. Although it is uncommon, if the police still have doubts about whether you might overstay your permitted time, even if you meet the 5 requirements above, they might deny your entry and require you to return to the country of origin. For this reason, it is always helpful to provide additional evidence that supports your travel purpose, such as tickets for tourist activities, events, reservations, if you are traveling for business, and so on. 7. ETIAS form, travel authorization. Finally, it's important to mention an additional requirement that is not yet enforced, and therefore does not apply today, but will become a key part of the entry process in the near future. We're referring to ETIAS, a European travel authorization system that will come into force in the last quarter of 2026. It will be mandatory for citizens of countries that currently do not require a visa to enter Spain or the Schengen area. It will be applied online before traveling, similar to the US ESTA. It will be valid for several years and allow multiple short stays. It does not replace a visa and does not allow you to work or reside in Spain. Only stays of up to 90 days. It does not guarantee entry. Even with an approved ETIAS, if you don't meet the requirements, entry can still be denied at the border. With everything we've covered, you'll be able to enter Spain as a tourist in a legally safe and smooth way. However, it's very likely that your plans don't end with a tourist visit and that you might want to stay in Spain long term. In that case, you'll need to apply for a residency authorization. The best way to fully understand how this process works, which type of permits best fits your situation, and whether it can be done directly from Spain as a tourist, is scheduling a consultation with one of our immigration lawyers. Send us an email at info@balseisgroup.com, tell us about your situation, and get started today. Subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next video.